Hi, Peter.
Hello, Steph.
How's it going?
Great. Wonderful to be here.
Excited to have you. Thanks again for joining us.
My pleasure.
What is most exciting to you just in looking at the B2B space and just the innovations coming out of what you all are doing at LinkedIn?
At the B2B Institute, we're just very bullish on top of funnel brand building in B2B and the value of brand and how that creates financial performance. You know, B2B marketers really underinvest in brand and underinvest in creativity. You know, we helped create the first ever B2B Cannes Lion this year because I think it's going to be a incentive to bring better creative talent and creativity into B2B.
And when you think about the future of B2B and some of the research that you guys are doing, what does that look like and what are some of the things that you're most excited about?
I think the idea we're most bullish on right now is this idea of performance branding. So the B2B marketing industry is obsessed with performance marketing, bottom of funnel. You know, it's about really rational communications. It's about getting an immediate lead. It's about hyper-targeting. Performance branding is kind of the opposite of that. You know, the goal isn't to generate a lead, it's to generate a memory that will be recalled in a future buying situation. The creative is not rational, it's emotional. The targeting is not hyper-targeting, it's broad category targeting. The measurement isn't short-term, it's long-term, and it's looking at business impact outside of just narrow sales metrics. And we see like a performance branding revolution starting to kick off, with companies like Salesforce, and SaaS, and Oracle, and HP are starting to do that kind of work in the industry. The research suggests that there's just very few people looking to buy a B2B product right now. So most customers are actually future buyers. And the way you influence future buyers is by creating memories that get recalled eventually when someone goes in market.
What is the importance of video in that role?
I think video is absolutely critical. I mean, the research on this is just very clear that, there really is no format as engaging as video. It's just the richest storytelling medium that humanity has invented. There's sight, there's sound, there's motion. There's really good research on attention, which basically says the more attention something gets, the more likely it is to create a memory and the more likely it is to create a sale. Nothing gets more attention than video.
The question is, agree or disagree, and tell us why. We must learn to measure the success of our ideas.
Oh, I strongly agree. I think famously, what gets measured gets managed. Interestingly, everyone knows that quote from Peter Drucker, what gets measured gets managed. People don't know that actually the quote is truncated, and it's basically like, but companies spend a lot of time mismeasuring everything and then mismanaging everything. So I think what you have today in marketing is like a very obsessive focus on a lot of metrics that don't matter at all, like click-through rate. I mean, it's a metric that all of our clients track. There's literally zero evidence to support that that's correlated with any meaningful, financial or even marketing outcomes. So I think the only way brand marketers especially are going to be taken seriously by finance and by sales is if they invest in quantifying the value they're creating. I think there's this myth that like you can't measure the top of the funnel. It's certainly harder to measure, but there are absolutely ways of measuring the top of the funnel. And I think measurement is ultimately the path to relevance for brand marketers. And they've got to invest a lot more in it, I would say.